If you're a big fan of Baxcalibur but you don't want to play Chien-Pao, then boy, do I have a budget version of that deck for you, featuring Wailord, the jumbo-sized Stage 1 with 200 HP. That's pretty impressive. Jumbo-sized, its ability means that it takes 30 damage less every time it gets hit. That means it effectively has 230 HP, which for a Stage 1 one-prize Pokemon is incredible. Add to that the fact that we have the attack down here, special wave for 3 water energy and a colorless. It does 120 damage, plus if we have a special energy attached, then we deal an extra 120. 240 damage from a Stage 1 one-prize Pokemon is pretty gosh darn good, and since we also have a pretty strong special energy in the format with reversal energy, it's really not that hard to get Wailord attacking as early as turn 2. Now obviously, we don't always get knocked out early, and sometimes it can be quite difficult to get those energies attached, so we're obviously going to be using the super cold Baxcalibur. This card, super strong, just like Blastoise in the past, allows you to flood your field with water energy and take some big knockouts quickly. That also syncs in really nicely with our 3 copies of Irida, allowing us to search for a water Pokemon and an item. So if we have a Frigibax down on turn 1, let's just use Irida, get the Baxcalibur, get the Rare Candy, evolve, and on we go. Now, obviously, there are a few limitations with this deck that you are going to struggle with. The 4 energy cost is quite high, and since we don't have Chien-Pao to search out energy, it can sometimes be quite difficult, but this list runs a ton of energy. There's 8 water ones in here, plus the 4 special energies. We have copies of Radiant Greninja to try and draw some more cards, and we also have, not Nest Ball, but we also have Klara, which can find energy and Pokemon from your discard pile to keep recycling through Wailords. Means that you shouldn't be too hard pressed to find an attacker, even in the mid to late game. Now, personally, is Wailord better than Chien-Pao? No, of course not, but it is a lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this jumbo-sized attacker out onto the ladder. I think we might play casually, to be honest. Let's play on the casual ladder and see if we can't get a good fun win with our Chien-Pao replacement, Wailord. Time to get started, and we have a mirror. Well, at least to a point. We have a Wailmer in the active, and our opponent has a Frigibax. If you look at this hand, we're actually looking pretty good here. I'm just going to move my microphone just a smidgen closer to me so you can hear my dulcet tones. Hopefully, we get the VIP Battle Pass here, the Frigibax into play. We can set up a board that's capable of taking on Chien-Pao, and I love the sleeves that our opponent's gone with here. They are committing 100% to the Chien-Pao aesthetic. I respect it. Let's see whether or not we can get something moving here. Another Frigibax is pretty good, so our board is set up. Unfortunately, we have nothing else to do, so I'm going to grab Skwovet. Actually, no, I better grab Wailmer, right? Like, I've got 2 Wailords. I can always Ultra Ball next turn for the Bidoof. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to grab Bidoof, Wailmer, play down double Frigibax, and then next turn, depending on what we top deck, we can Ultra Ball away Pal Pad, and that top deck, we can evolve 2 Wailmers into Wailords, and then we can use our Bibarel to draw some cards and hopefully take a knockout. So we'll see whether or not it's going to be possible. But we're in a, ironically enough, this is actually a pretty solid matchup for us, right? Like, Chien-Pao should, in theory, be a winnable matchup because we can take 2 prize knockouts and they can't. Unfortunately, we do need a lot of cards off of this Ultra Ball into a Bibarel. If we don't get a good hand, we could very easily be in some real strife. So, we'll wait and see. What do we get off the top deck is going to be the big question. They have everything they need. They can retreat into Chien-Pao, they can search for energy, they can evolve into Baxcalibur, and then take a knockout on my poor little Wailmer. But we at least have that double prize advantage. We can take 2 prize knockouts on Chien-Pao, they cannot, and that is not the move that I was expecting them to do. I'm not going to lie to you. That seems almost wrong. I hate discarding this reversal energy that we've just top decked though. But we're going to have to do it. Ultra Ball that away, grab the Bibarel, and then we're going to be drawing some cards. So you never know, maybe my opponent gets away with that little mistake. I'm so surprised they didn't retreat. I don't know why they didn't do that. Let's Industrious Incisors. We will see what we get. An Irida is pretty good. That can get us a Baxcalibur and a Rare Candy, so we can at least get an energy on the field. But unfortunately, there's no way for us to attack. So it looks like we might just be chucking down an attachment onto our Wailord here, or just passing. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll hold the energy, because then I can at least attach to my next Wailord. Disappointing! We can't punish our opponent. What's the name? Luna Pair. We can't punish them for attacking with that Frigibax there. I have to assume that it was just a misclick, right? Like, you have to assume that they were going to retreat, but accidentally clicked Chili, which is a weird name for a... What is going on? What is going on? They're evolving into a Baxcalibur. Okay, sure. Busted Tail. Okay, now we cannot expect that it is an error. Our opponent is bricking and are trying their best to do something here. Now, on the same note, we are also bricking. turns out that our highly inconsistent Wailord deck is not working as well as we'd like it to. I'm going to have a crack at this Chien-Pao. We're going to try and get a KO here. I'm going to use Super Cold to accelerate an energy to the active, because I'm going to draw into a... Oh, the reversal energy doesn't even matter because we're not behind yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, what do we do now then? Oh, well, this is a slow, sad start for everyone involved. I'm going to attach to the Wailord in the active if they knock me out, which they should. Then we've at least got some flexibility. And I tell you what, looking at our next hand, we might actually be able to achieve something. Right, we've got double Bibarel. They're going to use Crushing Hammer. Oh boy, okay. So getting rid of one of our water energies here. They can search for 2 water energies out of their deck with Shivery Chill, of course. So they're going to be able to attack this turn. And now they've got a 0-card hand. They'll take 1 prize, presuming, of course, that they discard 2 energy, which they will need to knock out the Wailord. They'll have 1 prize, so maybe we can punish them again. I mean, maybe we can. Oh, God. I don't know what this says about Wailord, like that it can't do anything here. It's okay. The jumbo-sized Wailord, we can get it to work, we can take some prizes. And you know what? Sometimes decks struggle. Sometimes it just is that way. Sometimes decks just struggle. So they're going to take a knockout here. They're going to take a KO on the Wailord with Hailblade. Discarding 2 energy will do 90 damage and take that knockout. They leave the Chien-Pao in the active with 3 energies on it. So if we can take a KO here on the Chien-Pao this turn, we give ourselves a really, really strong chance to win. We don't necessarily have a ton of options, though. We can throw down a second Bibarel, and if we want, we can actually use Energy Retrieval here. We can discard Iono and a Water Energy. Sorry, VIP Battle Pass and a Water Energy. Grab ourselves a couple of... I thought we had... Oh, we had 3 energies. 1 was a reversal. I was about to say we had 3, but that's okay. We're going to go with the Super Cold into the active, and then we will use Bibarel. I think that's what we're going to do. We might just hold this water energy here. We can use a Bibarel now. I'm holding onto the Iono just in case we whiff, right? Because we need to draw something at some point. We've got 3 energy in our hand, so I mean, we may as well accelerate some of those to our active Wailord. Maybe just all of them, so that we at least guarantee an attack, and then we can use our Bibarel to draw 3 more cards. We don't want to Iono if we don't have to. We might just go with a Wailmer here. This is such a weird game that we're playing. I am going to play the Iono now. We'll give our opponent some cards. It's a real shame, but I do want to get the reversal energy, which we managed to find. Disappointingly, we already have 4 energy on the Wailord, but now, Special Wave deals 240 damage, which is what we wanted to do, right? So we wanted to take that 2-prize knockout. We've overpaid for it just a little bit, but we've at least managed to get that KO. And next turn, we'll be able to Klara, and hopefully we can find access to another reversal energy at some point. Because we get that reversal energy, every time we get the reversal energy, we're hitting for 240, and into a Chien-Pao deck, that's actually going to be enough to take KOs and win this game. We'll see whether or not we can get it to happen. Our opponent playing a Klara of their own now. They're going to grab, presumably, a couple of energies and a Pokemon. I don't know, because Pokemon TCG Live doesn't tell me, and that's annoying. But you know what? It's fine. We're going to see a Trekking Shoes now. And they're going to start drawing some cards. So, we'll wait and see. By the way, I'm not sitting here trying to encourage you all to play Wailord instead of Baxcalibur Chien-Pao. I don't think Wailord is better than Chien-Pao. I just think that Wailord is way more interesting than Chien-Pao, and it means that I get to play a fun deck that I like. And, you know, every now and then you have to have fun, don't you? Every now and then. Like, even just a little bit, you have to just have a little bit of fun. Looks like we're going to see a ton of energy coming into play here off that Super Cold. And if they choose to retreat, they can grab 2 more out of their deck if they want, which is incredible. But it looks like, no, they're just going to go for the Buster Tail. Again, not what I would have done. Not what I would have done, leaving this Wailord in a pretty strong position. We don't necessarily want to play Iono here, but we do want to find access to a Wailord. So we're going to Ultra Ball, we're going to get rid of Nest Ball and Manaphy. Actually, let's get rid of Artazon, we don't need that. And then we're going to grab a Wailord out of the deck. That means that next turn we can use Klara if we want to. We can attach this energy as well if we'd like. I don't mind that. We probably don't care whether it's super colded or not. Worst case scenario, we draw into a reversal energy here and it's bad. But they don't often happen that way. Let's see here. Is there anything worth Klaring for? I don't think so. I think we just want to hold this hand and then use Special Wave here, not only taking a prize, but also removing our opponent's Baxcalibur from the field. So they are going to be a lot less flexible with their attackers next turn, and even though they've got energy to take the knockout with Chien-Pao now, they can very, very easily just lose this game. They've only got 3 cards in their hand. Maybe we can find a way to Special Wave for 240 again next turn. We'll wait and see. Our opponent does find Irida, so they will find a basic Pokemon, and you'd think it would be a Frigibax. We've still got one sitting on our bench. So you'd think that they would grab one. No, they're going to go for Palkia. Okay. Well, Palkia is a very interesting Pokemon in that I don't think I can easily KO it when it becomes a V-Star. So it's kind of awkward here. We're going to see an Ultra Ball as well. Maybe going for something like a Fish. Going to go for that Luminion V to try and draw some cards. But no, going for a Palkia V-Star, that is definitely not the best choice. And now they're going to presumably Hailblade. They will need to discard 3 energy though for this Hailblade, because remember, jumbo size reduces the amount of damage that our Wailord takes by 30, which means that if they only discard 2, they will be dealing 90 damage. The attachment to the Chien-Pao in the active is not the one, my friend, because that is probably getting knocked out, even if you do take the KO, but our opponent doesn't read the card. They don't read the card, and now it just got a guaranteed win, right? Like, seriously? Is there anything else we need to do other than just attack right now? Because we are so far in front. We know our opponent only has a Palkia V-Star in their hand. Now, I'm sorry, Luna Pair 32, if you are watching, I am sorry, but you have made some very interesting plays in the last couple of turns. Now, you'll be able to take a knockout here. Origin Form Palkia V-Star can accelerate energy to itself. Now, we're able to take the KO, but with 5 prizes left, I don't think they can win this game. Like, I genuinely do not think that there is any way that our opponent can win here. We're going to see a Star Portal. They're going to accelerate up to 3 energies to their Palkia. Now, we can't one-shot, but we can attack for quite a significant chunk of damage, and all we need to do is find 1 special energy, and we'll be away. There goes that Wailord. That Wailord took 5 prizes, I'm 90% sure, or at the very least, it took 4. It's done a great job for us, and now we are 4 prizes to 1 up against this Chien-Pao. We'll see whether or not we can set up a board with a strong enough presence. I'm going to go for a Wailmer. I'm going to go for an energy, and I think we just go like Wailmer Wailord and a couple of energy. This means that we have all that we need to attack this turn bare minimum. I don't care whether I attack for the full 240 this turn. All I care about is that I have an attack, and that next turn I have an attack. So let's just thin. I'm going to draw cards. We're going to get these ones out of our hands. We just don't want them. Ultra Ball, get rid of the Greninja. We get rid of the Wailord. We don't need it. Get rid of it. We're going to grab the Skwovet, you never know. Skwovet, you never know it. Then we are going to draw a card with Industrious Incisors. We'll see what it is. Another Wailmer. Cool, no worries. We don't really care. We're just going to Special Wave, and we're going to hope that our opponent doesn't find some way to screw us over here. Like, with double Bibarel and a Wailmer on the bench, I do not think that there is a way that we ever lose this game. There's another Frigibax coming down, so now our boss wins. Lake Acuity. Now, there's a card that I should probably be playing in this list, to be brutally honest. Jumbo Size plus Lake Acuity deals so much less damage. Very, very strong. Anyway, our opponent has really fumbled this one. We now have the flexibility to do pretty much anything that we want. So I am going to use Superior Energy Retrieval. We're going to grab all of our energy out of our discard pile that we can. We'll accelerate those onto our second Wailord, but all we really care about is finding access to a copy of Reversal Energy. So I'm going to Iono now. We'll be able to draw 4 cards off of this hand to 1. VIP Battle Pass is not great. We can Industrious Sizes for 4 more cards. Hopefully we find it. We don't. That's disappointing. We just have to attack then, I guess. No energy left means we can't discard our hand down. We just have to attack for 110. Next turn we'll win. We'll just win next turn. We'll just win next turn. Man, I wish we could have just won then. That would have been nice. This is, you know how I was saying, somehow we find a way to lose? Like, they're going to throw up like a Tinglu, turn off both my Bibarels, knock out my Wailord, Iono me to 1. I don't know. There could be any number of things that happen here. I can see many ways that we lose the game. Please don't lose the game. Could you imagine we lose from 5 prizes to 1 in front? With Wailord of all things? Oh, I will say though, our opponent has struggled. They have struggled to get a good turn or 2 off. We'll see though. There's the Subspace Swell, so we're looking pretty good. They take a knockout. We only have 8 cards left in deck. We have to find a Reversal Energy. Now, I mean, even though we don't need to, we can just attach with the Superior Energy Retrieval. We can just do that. That would win the game as well. But I would like to find the Reversal Energy just on principle. Just the principle of the thing. Is there Superior Energy Retrieval left in the... not Superior Energy Retrieval. We'll just take the knockout. I don't care. Whatever. Special Wave. Just end the video. Let's just end it. We deserve to win. Let's just win now. Let's not think about it too much harder than we need to. We take our last prize. It's a Reversal Energy. Maybe we weren't finding any in that deck. But anyway, we had a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like this Wailord list, then test it out. It's in the description. You can check it out down there. Whilst you're there, leave a like. Click this video as well. You'll love it. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you all next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye.